time when doctors were considered godly figures and their practice was held with utmost regard, and the patients always knew that they had the cure required to treat them for their illnesses. But over time, the reputation of this profession has just worsened, and the trust the patients had over their doctors has shredded to fragments. The other day, I, myself, was on a hospital bed, and oh, where am I now?
Last was so boring.
Thank God we have this session now. Let's start digging the body.
He looks so scary and he smells so nauseating.
Don't say that. Even the dead's got some dignity. Show some respect.
Okay.
Let's continue the section.
Okay, this is confusing. Aren't there supposed to be 2 kidneys?
Wow, only 1 kidney? That's like a classical case of renal agenesis.
It's not renal agenesis. He had it removed due to some ailment. Perhaps when he was alive.
My eyes are burning.
Let's take the fight.
Ailment? Surgery? The only surgery I've ever had was for my appendix. And at least that's what I was told. And I should have listened to Raju when he told me something about this bazaar operating. A kidney bazaar or something like that.
Oh, this one was called TUV Rama.
That's funny.
I know, right? He's undergone an appendectomy. He's donated a kidney. Wow.
That's very noble of him.
But he also suffered from manic depressive illness. That he chased his 27-year-old son down the street holding a sword. Not all that noble now, is he?
Let me take the fight.
First of all, it wasn't a sword. It was a stick. And maybe on the other hand, I might have had a knife, but that's not what we're talking about. The thing is that my son wanted me to sell my land so that he could move to Dubai with the money he got from it. And he threatened to disown me if I didn't comply. And whatsoever happened to this so-called doctor-patient confidentiality? Instead, I have my entire life splattered on pages in a comic undertone for people to read and laugh at.
These are research documents. He was involved in a clinical trial. It says here that the blood and the bone marrow has been preserved for further testing.
Wow, all this must have filled his bank account.
Clinical trials? On whose permission? Is that even legal? Blood? Bone marrow? What more could they have done?
Oh, it seems his semen was preserved too.
Oh, can I see the file? I want to check his cause of death. It seems he underwent euthanasia. He was given this after his sons consented for it when he passed into a permanently vegetative state.
Euthanasia? What is it?
I don't know this euthanasia anesthesia. Let's go read up about it later.
Euthanasia? I would like to take a look at the last few moments of my life.
Are you sure about this? We need to wait at least a week before declaring him vegetative.
But then listen, the patient in the other ward can't wait a week. We need to get him to ventilator as soon as we can.
But this is wrong. This man has better chances of surviving if we keep him hooked to the ventilator. The other case, it's very hopeless.
Think about it. The other patient's family is willing to pay us 10 times more than Ramapa's family. And Ramapa's sons, they're not even bothered about him.
10 times more?
Yes.
Then what are we waiting for?
Excuse me? We need to talk to you. Your father has entered a state what we call as persistent vegetative state or PVS. From this point onwards, he won't be able to regain his consciousness. So what we suggest is that you allow us to take him off the ventilator.
So, what do we do now? We can't wait anymore, okay? Oza's been calling all day. We need to go back to Dubai.
I'd like to inform you that once we take him off the ventilator, he'll struggle for some time before letting go. So I think euthanasia will be good for him. Euthanasia? Why euthanasia?
Mom, it's nothing of your concern. None of your social work, please.
This is wrong. I need a clinical ethicist.
What clinical ethicist? We don't need a clinical ethicist. We know what we're doing. They're all just fancy terms. Please just tell us where we should try.
Please, no, sir. You can't kill your father.
I have a flight to catch in an hour. So I won't be able to attend the cremation, so can we donate the body to the medical college?
Yeah, sure. That'd be a very good idea.
Anyway, it's for a good cause.
I was once a person, but was not treated like one. My blood, bone marrow, and even semen were used for research. It was my body, but their decision. I've heard about this new clinic ethical officer. I hope he brings about some change.
I am angered with the treatment meted out to Ramappa. This must stop. Autonomy. The most primordial of these values is a person's autonomy. This man was oblivious of all that had been done to him and his body. Where was his autonomy? Beneficence. Ramappa was deprived of his share of beneficence. His ventilator connection was not continued even as long as there was hope for his survival. Where had his beneficence evaporated? Maleficence. If you cannot ensure beneficence, at least don't cause maleficence. Ramappa lost his kidneys and ventilator without a medical indication. Does a healthcare have the right to cause harm to a patient? Justice. The one thing that mankind has preached over centuries is that all men are born equal. In today's world driven by economy, Ramappa could not buy his own ventilator for long enough to recover. Where was his justice? Honesty. It is truth-telling, truth-loving, and truth-living. He wasn't aware of his lost kidney, of his body donation to the dissection hall, of his body tissue being used for research. Where has the honesty disappeared? Confidentiality. What you see in here will stay in here is the vow taken by the doctor. But his psychiatric illness, his medical records, including his name, were open to all. What happened to the oath of confidentiality? Every patient is vulnerable. Ramappa was vulnerable. There was none to protect him through his face. The Helsinki Declaration affirms the protection of the vulnerable. Where was Ramappa's protection? Human dignity. When it comes to human dignity, we cannot make compromises. Yet, he was compromised when he came to his psyche, his body parts, and his body living or dead. He was treated rather as a marketable commodity and his human value stripped off of him and reduced to nothing. Was this dignified? Uphold ethical principles and you uphold human dignity. In the traffic highway of technology, science has sped like a galloping horse and ethics is left crawling behind. I, the CEO, Chief Ethics Officer, request you to uphold ethical principles for human safety